videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook that you guys have sent over. I'm reacting to them. Please, if you have any conspiracy theory type of videos, send them my way. Any videos that's gonna basically put us on to game what's happening with the world and to make us aware of these things, add it to my Discord. The link is in the description down below. Y'all know why you're here. We're gonna go ahead and get into today's reaction video. Hey to all my beautiful and incredible supporters out there. I'm beyond excited to unveil my brand new merchandise collection designed just for you. Don't miss out on this chance to own a piece of this limited edition collection. Head straight to shopperkyy.com and explore the full range of hoodies and tees waiting for you. Whether you're a longtime supporter or new to the family, there's something for everyone in this exclusive lineup. Shopperkyy.com, link is in the description down below. I love you and thank you for all your support. The first shout out goes to Malakaya. I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you for today's video.
Found out there were 8 presidents before George Washington. I wanted to smack somebody. You know, I wanted to know why I was taught otherwise. Just tell me the whole story. I'll fill in the blanks.
I think I also recall him saying that Barack Obama wasn't the first black president. So I started looking this stuff up and found out there were 14 presidents before George Washington and 7 black presidents before Barack Obama.
The first 7 presidents of this country were black men. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And here are their names. Thomas Jefferson, a black man.
Andrew Jackson.
Mixed. A white dad, a black mother. Andrew Jackson, a black man. A black father and Irish mother. Mixed. Abraham Lincoln, an Ethiopian mother, a black father. Warren Harding, a Negro. Calvin Coolidge, a Negro mother who was a Moor and a white father. Dwight Eisenhower was mixed. He was half black. Yes, it's true. I'm sorry. Truth hurts. I know that.
What is happening beneath Antarctica? In 1985, a naval engineer stationed at McMurdo Station in Antarctica made a terrifying discovery. While transporting supplies and crew members to sites around Antarctica, he and his crew reported seeing circular aircraft flying above an area known as the Beardmore Glacier. However, they were never allowed to investigate further as the area was designated as an air exclusion zone. At one point, they received an emergency call to rescue an injured crew member who had gone on an expedition. The captain knew they wouldn't make it in time using conventional flight routes, so he decided to fly through the Beardmore Glacier to reach the injured individual. However, upon entering the air exclusion zone, they witnessed a giant hole the size of a football field leading beneath the ice. Eventually, they successfully rescued the injured crew member, but upon returning to McMurdo Station, they were greeted by a man in black who told them, "What you saw at the pole, you did not see. If you speak of it, you will have serious problems." On the back of the Social Security card will be numbers in red. On the front will be in blue or black, but on the back will be in red. The numbers on the back of the Social Security card in red designate your body. It is the serial number of your stock. And this is why, if you are wealthy, you are preferred stock. If you're poor, you are common stock. Essentially, you are treated as a stock on the stock market.
Wow.
Your body is bought and sold through the use of your birth certificate. You have to have a birth certificate. Therefore, your birth certificate is signed by your mother, and where your mother signed on the birth certificate, get it. And you will see it does not say parent or mother, it says informant. Your mother was informing the bank that she has just produced another product to be bought and sold. England. The British Crown, through international banking, owns your physical body, and that's the law. You can think it's funny all you want, so the bottom line is that you are a maritime admiralty product, and if you could get your original birth certificate back, you would find that on the back of the birth certificate are all the banks around the world. All over the world, banks have used your birth certificate. You can acquire this knowledge by exploring consumer law principles.
Oh, shout out to DeAndre for this video.
So I saw a video of a guy who was talking about how they are coating our fruits with roaches. Now, I decided to do my own research, and the guy is right. So basically, they are coating our fruit with shellac. But how is shellac made? Shellac is made from roaches in India. All right, I got a whole video on that. If you look at my other videos, you'll see the whole process on how they make the shellac with the bugs. They are putting that on our fruits. See, this is why you go into the market and you see all these fruits looking so perfect and shiny now. That's why. So look at this. This is supposedly organic oranges, mandarins, whatever they call it. Look at this. Coated with vegetable and or lac resin-based wax. Lac resin comes from a roach in India. Look at this. Organic limes, right? Look down here. Coated with food grade. And of course, they always call it food.
But this is how they get you. Do you see how small this is? Nobody's reading. Because why y'all got all this big and this small? Why you just didn't put it the same size as this font right here? Because y'all know what y'all doing.
Grade, because that's just what they do to make it sound better. Beeswax and shellac. Are you guys not paying attention to this? Have you not been seeing this all these years? Because I didn't. It's called the Lassifer bug. All right, AKA Lucifer. They call it Lassifer because they're basically just mixing the name up and it's really shellac. So they're throwing shellac inside of Lucifer and calling it Lassifer. Look at these apples. Look at this. They put it up under the bottom. Look at the bag.
Somewhere we're not gonna look. I see it,
right
shellac.
There, on the bottom.
Right there.
Shellac-based wax to maintain freshness. Bullcrap, okay? There's roaches. You're coating all of this with roaches. You gotta understand they're coating all your fruits with roaches. Look at this. Look at these oranges. Coated with food grade, vegetable, whatever, and or lac resin-based wax. I got a video on my page that's about 10 minutes long, which shows you exactly how they make this product. And they're coating the fruits with it. But in the meantime, watch this.
Saw this at Trader Joe's. People walk by this all day and they don't think twice. They're sleeping. Look at what they use. Do you know what lac resin is?
No.
Do you guys know do you know what shellac is?
Yeah.
Shellac, nasty cockroach parasite from India.
Now I gotta pay attention to the fruit that I'm getting. See, here's the thing. Can't get mad. I'm not gonna say you. We are buying from a system that can do this. The way to escape this is to grow your own stuff. So you don't gotta worry about none of this. See, the problem is a lot of people don't want to put the time, the research, and the patience to do this when you could just go out to these stores and buy it right then and there. But then if you do that right then and there, then you can't complain about stuff like this. So again, if you want to change it, grow your own stuff. If you're okay with it, continue to shop with our system.
I need y'all to pay attention to this very closely. Okay, so you saw that switch up, right? So let me tell you what happened real quick. Something told me to get on the camera, the front camera. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready to head out. But I'm like, okay, so I jump on. It doesn't, look at this. This doing it by itself, y'all. That's doing it by itself. This is a security camera. Now, I need you to look all the way to the left-hand corner. Look to the left-hand corner. You're going to see a light appear. Now, mind you, before it went dark, the camera is tilted. So, to the left-hand corner, oh, it's going up and up there, too. Don't, but I want y'all to pay attention to that left-hand corner. So, it's pointed towards the ground. So, mind you, when you see that light, it is not in the sky. It was either in the tree or taking up off the ground. I'm very connected, you guys, so something told me to get on. It doesn't record unless I jump on and I hit record. Otherwise, it just takes pictures. So I did, but I'm trying to get ready to head out the door, so I walked away from my phone. You will see at some point in this video where I come back and, you know, because I missed all this. I didn't see all this. All I know is when I came back to my phone, it was dark. It never did that before. I thought the camera was messing up. I'm like, what the hell? I come out to the porch, readjust the camera and everything. You're going to see all that. I almost deleted the video. I'm telling you, I would have never forgave myself. But Self said, watch it.
She a great storyteller.
Watch it. It never did that before. Look at this. Now let's back up. If you scroll down my videos, you'll see the same date that I posted this video. That morning, I posted on Facebook and I posted on TikTok. I had a dream, which I don't believe it was. I came outside and look, left-hand corner. See that light? That's a ship. That's a ship. Now watch.
Where?
Watch. Okay, it's going up. It's going up. It disappears. I had it. Now watch what happens. left-hand corner, up top, boom, there go that flash. I posted earlier that day, I had a dream. I came outside, I don't believe it was a dream. I came outside my house, it was the middle of the night. I'm standing in the street, and I look up, and I see this big, bright, white flash. Just so, look, there go the shit.
Oh,
so
I
you
see
saw
it
the
now.
flash. Now,
Is this
where's
it?
that? That was it. Man, let me tell y'all, y'all
this?
playing with me. But anyways, I see this flash of light, and I'm like, whoa. So I go back into the house. You know, who wouldn't? When I go into the house, there is a man standing in there. And he looked, you know, like a human. The only reason why I say zombie, because there was this black. It wasn't makeup, you guys. Like he was decrepit around the eyes. Like he was beginning to rot or something. And he grabs my arm. And he pulls me down the hallway to my bedroom, to the last room. When we get in, you know, I'm fighting. I'm resistant. Like, no, get off of me. He didn't look like an alien, you guys. He looked like a human. But like I said, around the eyes. Now I'm going to run it back and I'm going to zoom in so y'all can see all that. As I tell y'all what, you know, this dream or whatever. So I'm fighting. We get to the end of the hallway. I see my son, my oldest son, he is standing there. Y'all, I looked over at my son, you know, because I'm like, calm down, because I don't want him to grab my son too. And I'm trying to talk to my son with my eyes like, run. Get out of here. My son was standing there looking at me, speechless, motionless. He was in a trance. Y'all can't tell me that was a dream. I didn't been abducted. Y'all don't know my story. It's been crazy, y'all. 2 years nonstop, nonstop. But there are some here that are, listen, out there, I've been saved a couple times. I know I have. I know for a fact they did intervene on my behalf. There's so many of them coming, y'all. It's so many. I couldn't figure out what the gold lights was around my house. I'm thinking it's like tracking devices. No, the ones that are protecting me have marked my property to let the other ones know that's coming in. We got her. So you could try to take her if you want. Let me tell you, look, here I come out on the porch. They coming for the star season light workers. You understand? Because the ability we hold, the power we hold. Yes, because when the big event come, that's when your abilities is going to skyrocket. Y'all can think I'm playing, talking outside my neck if you want. You think them dreams y'all used to have as a kid was just your imagination? Man, y'all better stop. I still do it. I still remote view. What you talking about? A person could walk past me. I could still read them. I could still tell that they about to go in there and do damage. I still pick up on things. All the abilities, all the dreams I had, it's still happening. Some of y'all done lost touch with yourself. That's why they say it's to return to self, return back to source. Wake the up. Wake up. And yeah, some of y'all are experiencing these divine beings, not so they could scare you, not because, oh, an alien came to me, because they're trying to get you to remember who the hell you are. Because it's time. Man, the trumpet just sounded 3 times. I don't know about y'all, but I heard it. Scattered over 15 years. I heard them. The last one was 2021. Y'all better wake up. They're here. A lot of y'all, and listen, you're like, well, I don't understand what she's saying. I know there's stuff going on around the world and the weather, because when you've been pre-programmed, that's why they call it higher consciousness. There's parts of your brain that need to open up. It's like, you're filtered. You're filtered. You understand what I'm saying? You are filtered. So you're going to go in looking at it a certain way. Even if an alien were to walk up to you, some of you people out there, even if an alien walked up to you right now, you'd be like, okay, now that's a hell of a costume. Where'd you get it from? Okay, oh, yep, AI, they did it now. It must be coming from the 5G towers. How they get this to be over here like this right now? Y'all would, man, listen, when hit, it was so many people, so many theories out there. Like, I got off the news with it. I said people just, they rationalize everything. Because y'all, you know why? Can I tell you why?
Tell us,
because
girl.
Of fear. Because you're afraid. A lot of y'all ain't even coming up off of that old religion, that old programming.
I'm about to show y'all this clip from King of the Hill, but do y'all remember when I said this? Okay, so let's talk about gold fringe. So anytime a flag has gold fringe on it, it mutilates the flag, right? And under Title IV USC 3 carries a 1-year prison sentence. The gold fringe, when placed on a Title IV USC 3 flag, represents the color of law. Taja, what do you mean by mutilates the flag? That means that if that flag is present, the Constitution is suspended, meaning that whatever you think your constitutional rights are out of the door. If you see that gold fringe, that means that you are under the color of law, which means that you are underneath their jurisdiction. This is not an American flag. This is a pirate's flag. Now watch this clip from King of the Hill.
Just one moment. Mr. Grubble, remove your hat in my courtroom.
I do not recognize the authority of a court that hangs the gold fringed flag. A flag with gilded edges is the flag of an admiralty court. An admiralty court signifies a naval court-martial. I cannot be court-martialed twice. That is all. Furthermore,
bailiff, gag him.
Wow. We gotta know our laws.
Africa was not originally called Africa. We had a completely different name. Wow. I'm going to tell you what Africa was called, why the name changed, and who changed it. Pay attention. The landmass we now know as Africa was home to many peoples over the centuries. Moors, Numidians, Nubians, Carthaginians, and Ethiopians. The name Africa was created by Europeans, and the Romans popularized it in the West as part of their conquest of the region, specifically the northern parts of the continent. The word Africa was Greek and Latin origin. Africa in Latin means sunny, and Phrike in Greek means the spirit of horror. The land was known by many names, such as Ortygia, Kofi, Libya, and Ethiopia. But what was the original name of Africa? The indigenous name. It was Alkebulan, which translates to the Garden of Eden and Mother of Mankind. Now, some would like to argue that Alkebulan is an Arabic name, but the truth is it just sounds Arabic because of the al and is not Arabic in origin. As we build a better awareness of our identity, now you know what the continent was originally called.
So let me get this straight. We know for a fact that Epstein had the Prince of England on his island. They were good friends. We know for a fact that Les Wexner, the owner of Victoria's Secret, gave Epstein all of his money. We know that Ghislaine Maxwell's sister owns the program that sends out the Amber Alerts when children go missing. We know that Avicii, Chester Bennington, Anthony Bourdain, and Isaac Cappy all mysteriously died after trying to give this information. If you've never heard of the movie The Silent Children, probably look into that. Corey Feldman has come out and spoken about what goes on in Hollywood. Oprah's friends with Harvey Weinstein, John of God, turned out to be a abuser. Not only did a person abuse children at her school, but then the kids were abusing other children at her school. If you know anything about Hollywood, you know about the casting couch. That's common knowledge. We know that the FBI knew about Epstein for 20 years. We know that Ghislaine Maxwell spoke at the UN. 20 years. Her father was Mossad agent, Robert Maxwell. This is all facts that you can look up yourself. It's so entrenched in what's going on. And you're going to giggle your ass off. There are millions of children being abused every year. And you don't want to get to the bottom of it?
There's a rehearsal that went on before this whole. It's called Event 201. It was ran by the Johns Hopkins University, which is in cahoots with Bill Gates, Melinda Gates Foundation, October 18th, 2019. And this was a complete rehearsal of what we did right now. You have a segment where it says segment financial, what we gonna do, segment travel, what we gonna do, segment what we gonna do when it comes to online. And it said if anybody is not a part of the narrative, we're gonna take it off online, which to me smells like communism. After all of that, it happens to be about a month later, all the main CEOs in the world, partner, major companies, resign. About 1,000 and some change. Talking about Disney, Hulu, Microsoft, Nike, Wells Fargo, Boeing, you name it, you look at them. And this is the part that I gotta talk to the world about. That's the tail wagging the dog, partner. Or y'all worried about followers and likes and who's on TikTok and Instagram. Mind you, when I was growing up, Instagram was real simple. Here's a 20 bag, here's an Instagram. So I know I'm gonna give you this and you gonna get high. Now it's like, hey, look, by the way, here's an Instagram. I want you to picture the bag, the product in it, and I promise you it's gonna get you high. And I hope everybody wake up with what we got going on, and bottom line, what it is, people so connected, they disconnected. And they take so many pictures, they miss the big picture.
That man said people so connected, they disconnected. That's all. This man right here.
On the CDC's website, they had an article titled, zombie preparedness. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember how the CDC had literally, they had an article that said zombie preparedness. They were saying, no, it has nothing to do with actual zombies. It only has to do with a situation where, you know, you have to prepare for famine or anything like that, or emergency situations. Why would you put zombie preparedness out of all the things? Yeah. Then they came out a few months after that and said that diggers have unearthed an ancient virus, zombie virus, that is 50,000 years old. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you this. Again, at this point, it's like, we need to stop listening to this government because they're trolling the hell out of us. Before that, if you go back even further, before Event 201 in 2019, you had a situation in 2017 where Mr. Anthony Fauci, one of the biggest criminals in the world, opened his mouth at a conference. 2017. He said very soon in the near future, not maybe, not if, not possibly, but we will have a pandemic.
There will be a surprise outbreak.
It's crazy.
Given, as you heard from the introduction, that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations, I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge, the coming administration, in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
We will have an outbreak. He said not maybe, but certainly. This little evil man, how do you know? 2017, Mr. Fauci, all of a sudden you just came out with that and you just said, we knew. How do you know? Because you got the damn receipt. It turned out years later that Anthony Fauci knew because of emails that were obtained through a Freedom of Information Act request, that he knew of gain-of-function research that was being funded by the United States government through certain organizations to the Wuhan lab of China. They were funding this. These people, these are some evil, wicked people.
These are all Malachia's videos. I'm just letting y'all know where this heat is coming from. So I haven't shouted out nobody new in a minute because she has been dropping gems back to back to back. Oh, what the heck? Her eye malfunctioned.
I have always liked shapeshift.
Right, well,
what the heck?
Yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes.
We know this one.
Cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. Let me bleed on you. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened many times.
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person.
That's not funny.
Far, far away. And they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Thank the devil and all the Dark Lords
Don't do the devil stuff.
gave her this award, allowed her to feast on the flesh of the enemy.
Welcome to the Satanic Cult Awards, ladies and gentlemen. All hail the Dark Lord.
What the heck?
Good evening, godless sodomites.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing the truth, John. We're in Hollywood, the belly of the beast.
You can't just read the prompter?
I'm reading the prompter in here. You can read that pablum. It warps the minds of our children and weakens the resolve of our allies.
We're here to honor achievement in that category.
By giving you a golden idol to worship. Kneel before your God, Babylon!
Nothing new under the sun.
It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati.
I am Lumino, head of the Illuminati, I suppose.
They're just playing, Perky.
Hello, my name is Alfred Blik, more commonly known as Al Blik. Original family name is Edward Cameron. I have been involved in the Philadelphia experiment, the Montauk Project, time travel, alien connections of the Montauk Project, and some other projects, all of which have been secret over the years, most of which have never been declassified.
This is his story.
I wound up in the 28th century, and this was in a time period of 2749 to 2751 AD. Talk about changes in civilization, society, and everything else. It was drastically changed from what we saw in 2137, as this is now 600 years later. The cities were enormous. The cities were beautiful. They had ground-based cities, much as we have always had them. But they also had something else, floating cities. Floating cities, due to anti-gravity techniques being perfected sufficiently that they could float an entire city, which was perhaps not as large as any of our current cities. It was round, or very nearly round. But it floated on this platform, and they could move the city any place they wanted, remaining floating in the air, 4,000 or 5,000 feet above the ground, perhaps, or a little less, depending on what they wanted. But the size of the city was vertical rather than horizontal, 2,200 stories high. That's about 2.5 miles. The cities could move anywhere on the planet. Basically, they stayed hovering and floating. They didn't like a particular location, they moved somewhere else. There wasn't that much traffic for moving cities, I can assure you, because the world population in that era, the 28th century, was only 500 million. And I was instructed later that that was where they had held it for centuries. There would be no more than approximately 500 million population. Some of the features of this, let's start from the political standpoint. As I learned, all of these cities, whether they're ground-based cities, of which the majority were, because they had to do manufacturing, they had to have agriculture and various other things to supply the needs of civilization. But all of them, whether floating or ground-based, were rather interesting in their governmental form. They had essentially no government. There's no government as we know it today. There was no money, there's no banks, there's no political jurisdictions, and there was resolved down to what would be best called a city-state structure, where the city is the state, and any other cities from that one are independent and operate in their own independent manner. So that was the major change there. There was no elected government, there was no appointed government, there was no government as we had ever seen it in the past. As I found out, each city was run by an intelligent computer, synthetic intelligence, synthetic consciousness, a highly radioactive crystalline structure. Who built them, I had no idea. Nobody seemed to know, but they've been there for hundreds of years. And this computer ran the entire city. There were guidelines set down.
Yeah, y'all went crazy today. It was some very, very interesting TikTok theories on here. Some that make you think that satanic demonic one that the celebrities were doing is mind-blowing, because that's not something to joke about. I said it before. There's things that you can joke, play, and kid about. That's not one to joke, play, kid about. And then when he says something like, this is your, what, I don't know the exact words that he said, but this is your golden statue that you're going to worship, is giving the Moses situation where Aaron built that golden calf and had them worshiping it. Don't fall in the trap of what our ancestors did, because you've seen the outcome. Do the complete opposite of that. I'm telling you, it's gonna make sense. It may not make sense now, but it'll make sense later on. That's crazy how I guess they're public with it, but they put their truth in jokes, and then people think that, oh, they're just playing around. They're not playing around, because I've never played around like that. I'm pretty sure you never played around like that. But the Hollywood people are playing around like that, but they're serious, but y'all think they playing. Not y'all, some people. Theories on TikTok that y'all have sent over that will make us question everything. You have any videos you want to put us on game? Go ahead and add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Please, the more the merrier. The Discord community is growing. So I do want to say I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys, along with the people that support and rock with me on just the channel, period. I just want to thank you so much. Your love, your support, and your appreciation does not go unnoticed, which is why I mention and I have to say thank you in every single video to let you guys know how much I love and appreciate you guys. All esteem, all glory, all honor goes to my Lord Yahuwah, my Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm a vessel that they work in and through, so I gotta give credit and honor where it's due. That is it for today's video. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul.